What up, ninjas? Thursday, rocking out, ATG style. Keijo here to, well, it's awfully lonely over here at the 5 ATG. You see, everybody's gone on vacation, and well, I decided to mind the fort when the guys were out on holiday. However, I've been kind of bored, and I'm pretty sure all the ATG fans have too. So what I'd like to do is jump on topic this week, middle of the week, a little late. What should we talk about, guys? I mean, there's all these things in here that we could be talking about, yet I don't know what we could be talking about. Oh yeah, we could be talking about these. R.I.D. Transformers Prime, Robot in disguise, naturally. Basically, what I'm going to have to say right now is I'm sitting on the fence about these Transformers. Now, I may have made videos of reviews saying that I like them and they are fun, and they are because, in a action figure perspective, they're great. They're amazing. They're articulated. They are transformable. They are not made cheaply. Good ball joints, good tolerances, and not bad paint schemes, except for Ratchet. But I'll let that one slide. It's not really the figures that I'm getting annoyed with. It's kind of like Hasbro that I'm getting annoyed with. Takara, I wouldn't know. I mean, I'd have to be in Japan to be annoyed with Takara, I suppose, because I'd have to be buying their products constantly, but I suppose it's the same company. Yeah, so either way, the only thing I've been really getting disappointed with is the time, the delivery, how this stuff's being put out to the world. So basically what you do is you take a Transformer here and there and load it into a shotgun and shoot it into the air, and hopefully it lands in a state. And then what you got is your first shipment, right? It's disappointing, I tell you. With the way things are, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you were there for Dark of the Moon, I'm sure, they released the crap out of that. Dark of the Moon hit shelves on a date. They had a date set. They were like, this date, Transformers, Dark of the Moon, almost everywhere. And they were like, and holy crap, did it hit the shelves, you know, like literally 4 hours before the next day of business, technically, by the banking standards. They had almost every single Dark of the Moon toy up on the shelf. But, you know, nowadays, Transformers Prime getting released is a little bit, you know, slapdash, if you will. Pardon me, but if I owned Hasbro, wouldn't you think that I wouldn't be telling these people that their toys are ready and around the corner until I had enough to distribute around the world? I wonder. Yes. I can't really get mad at Hasbro. I mean, in all reality, why? You know, I mean, they're the ones who provide me with this stuff, and you know, why can I can't get mad at them. Why? I mean, they made 5 of these before I could even get a bulkhead. Why? I mean, why should I be mad at them? In all reality, it's not that I'm getting angry at the fact that we're not getting good stuff. We are getting good stuff. I mean, Ratchet's a great figure, Soundwave's a great figure, Wheeljack's a great figure, Megatron's a great figure. Starscream looks okay, you know, as the Voyager Prid. I mean, these figures don't look that bad, and as far as I'm concerned, some of them actually have pretty unique, really cool transformations, you know, and over in Japan they're getting stickers, so why are we complaining? I mean, this is where I divide on Transformers Prime. I like it, but only because the toy's quality is a little bit higher standard than Dark of the Moon, and people are like, first edition, first edition, first edition. And I'm going to say poo-poo on your first edition, and then you'll say, well, obviously it doesn't own a first edition. I have 4 first edition figures. I don't really mind them. They're very nice. However, if I have to sacrifice you know, consistency, time, and effort, and I have to pay $8 more for the figure just because they don't want to bust out a new mold for it. You know, I mean, that's where it really, that's where I'm sitting here going like, why would they get rid of it? Well, I'm pretty sure those first edition figures were costing them a lot of money. That and the fact with the whole Jet Factory thing, whatever the hell I don't remember the name of it, but the scandal over there where them, you know, giving them like $2 a day to build Transformers. I mean, yeah, that's sad, but I mean, you could look at that and go, Nike, Reeboks, Adidas, you know, half the brands from Target and Walmart that get, you know, printed up and thrown on shirts. I mean, it's not like that doesn't happen anywhere else. No. I mean, yeah, it's a tragedy that it's happening with our toys. We don't want that to happen because then you feel bad about picking up a toy. You know, like, oh, well, some Asian guy probably made like 1/10 of a cent off making that figure or something, and he probably had to make like 400 or something. I don't know. I mean, regardless of, you know, what the banter is about that, I still do believe that Hasbro oversighted their costs on their first edition figures, and they were just basically getting nipped in the butt. So to make more money, they naturally made different molds and wasted a lot of more R&D time, even though they could have probably saved themselves an entire, you know, shipment of BS and just started working on Series 2 figures right away. Wouldn't have been a problem. I would have taken the first edition, continued it in America, continued it everywhere else, of course, and actually started releasing it other places. I would have double-packed Bulkhead, double-packed Optimus Prime. So, 2 and 2, or 4 and 4, however you want to roll the dice, I don't really care. And I would make sure that everybody in the world gets one. You know, I mean, like, first edition was a good release. I mean, they had Starscream, RC, Bumblebee, and Cliffjumper. So that's really good for deluxe figures to release. They could have released the Cyberverse figures, and then they could have kept up with, you know, Bulkhead, Optimus Prime, Megatron, and Starscream as the first 4 figures for the Voyager class. And then they could have went on to the RID crap. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, this should have never happened. Oh my God, Hasbro, what's wrong with you? What I am saying, though, deeply, is that we need to stop looking at first edition as such a failure, because it wasn't a failure. It was just misguided, mostly. And whoever did get their hands on one first edition figure, whether it's Bumblebee or whether it's Cliffjumper, I mean, you're going to be able to say that, well, at least I have a first edition toy. This is really cool. I own it. I'm glad that I have it. Now I can at least try to enjoy the rest of whatever's coming out. And I know Vigadeth and a lot of the other guys are sitting there scratching their head, going, what's the big deal with this alt ID? You know, I understand, brother. I understand. And the Scottish guy has a point, you know. It's nothing to get too upset about. It's nothing to piss your pants about and dance all over the store. I mean, there are some figures that are like, you know, and you want to buy it. Like, fuck, buy. But I understand where all these people are coming. I'm starting to see, because it's not that I'm growing weary of this line, because I'm not. I like it. However, just in general, though, they need to take the crank and pull it and go full speed ahead. Get this stuff out to these people. I think I've said my piece. Comments below. Let's talk about it. ATG out.